Okay, here we are on the main stage here at Kersey High School Auditorium, and we're speaking with the director and the lead of this production. First of all, I'd like to introduce Ashoka Rao, who is the director, choreographer,
script writer, and costume designer.
You have done a fair number of these programs, haven't you?
This is the third production, but back home I did a lot of them.
Before this production, what other stories have you staged here in the area?
We staged two great epics of India. One was Ramayana, and we started with the birth of Rama and went up to his return to Ayodhya. To some Hindus it might mean half of the play. The second one we did Glories of Krishna, or Krishna Leela, and that was from birth of Krishna till he gives how would I say Upadesh to Arjuna? Preaching of Bhagavad Gita, I should say.
Okay. What's the motivation? Why do you want to go to all this trouble? Obviously, it's a lot of work, a lot of love and care going into these productions. What is it that motivates you to do it?
At one time when I came here, before I came here, I was plainly an artist. I'm trained in this back home. I found lack of opportunity when I came here. And I think it was 82 or 83, I was asked by Chinmaya Mission to involve all the youth group that we have in the community and produce something that will be fun for them to do. So we came up with this production that it will be a play, and all the kids were excited about it and so forth. The first production was to bring the community together. Then our Swamiji, the Guru, came over here and he blessed us and he said, make the next one on Krishna. So that was the driving force. And we worked on Krishna Leela then. And whenever he's going to come back, that's my driving force. And this particular one was made again when he came here last year, June.
So this production with this cast has been around for a while, but you sort of bring it out and stage it again every now and again.
That's the way it is, yes. Not this particular one. Each time it's a different one. This is the newest one. We produced it last year.
But this play, what I'm saying is, it's not, a lot of times people do a play, they work on it for a month, they put it on for a couple of weekends, and then it's all done. You actually started this particular play some time ago.
This one was started in January or February last year, 1990 that is. And it was produced, staged first time in July, and since then we have had 4 shows. But it takes us thousands of hours. It's all made here. It starts from reading books which may be in Sanskrit or in Hindi, and then you try to understand that in English and translate it without losing the value. The biggest thing is that my children should be able to speak it when I write it, and the Americans should catch the culture and not lose the value, because translations can lose the value. When I say God was lotus-eyed, it makes no sense to the American audience. But at the same time, it has a very deep meaning for me, and I don't want to lose it. So in that bargain, I think writing takes a long time. And then comes costuming and training and so forth. Now my kids are pretty good. I think I don't have to worry too much about the training part of it. They are as wonderful as I would see them, I think. And production is the part that takes time. I think it takes me about 3,000 hours to make what you saw today. And that doesn't include the people who help me with costuming and painting of the props, people who make the jewelries here and so forth. Can I speak a little more?
Sure.
A lot of us, especially those who came from India, take pride when we announce to the American audience and say, we got costumes from India and original soundtrack from India. I might sound very rude to them, but personally there's nothing like original soundtrack. I spent $800–900 here, and I think this soundtrack was very good.
Did you have...
It's made here.
Who recorded it? Did you gather musicians from this area and put it all together?
Well, the music, basically, I have records and so forth where you can get it from, but we go to the studio and have it recorded here. And the costumes get made here. And the beautiful part of it is that it's a concept that you have in your head, and exact colors that you want, that you can make right here. And the whole community gets involved in doing things for this purpose. Also, I have friends who have backache and they are still sewing the costumes. They get up at 3 o'clock in the morning before they have to go to work, so that they will finish the work on time. So these are the things I think I take great pride in. I'm very proud of them. That's what I mean.
How many people overall, cast, production, support people, how many people in the community are involved in this production?
I shouldn't put a number. I would approximately say about 75 to 80 people. But everybody that wants to do something is involved in this. And when I number it, I might leave out people who dress their children up and have made the costumes for their children and so forth. So I really don't want to go by the numbers exactly. Okay. But maybe I'm right when I say 80.
Okay.